Ready as where we're gonna be? Okay, let's bring this meeting to order. Commissioners, pledge please.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay.
I did.
Next on the agenda, we have the review of minutes and claims from the Vigo County Auditor.
We've got claims for March 20th through 26th in the amount of $884,735.06. And the claim docket for March 27th through April 2nd in the amount of, is that right? Couldn't be the same number twice. Well, for total payroll of $1,021,987.38. With the other claims, it comes to a total of $1,905,472.44. I want to check.
So, wait,
Yeah, I want to check on this. No, ever, I think, copied that thing. That'd be odd that it's the same amount. Yeah, forget, we'll do that one later. I think they got a wrong number on it. Do the
Yeah.
first one, the 884,000.
That was from the packet from the 20th, 26th.
Yeah, and then on the docket sheet there, you'll notice it's the same dollar amount, so I think doesn't look right.
So we can go ahead and,
So you want to hold off on these?
You can do the 20th through 26th,
The 800?
yeah.
motion to approve claims, $884,375.06.
I'll second
Aye. Aye. Okay.
Then I've got the minutes for the regular meeting from March 23rd for approval.
it. Make a motion to approve the minutes from March 23rd, 2021.
Second.
All by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
And then the second meeting on March 23rd to open highway bids.
What do we need on that? Just,
Uh,
I didn't
just
hear.
We, after the regular meeting, we opened bids for the highway,
the gravel and.
the gravel and all that.
So we're just
et cetera.
approving that.
Yeah, motion
Yeah,
to approve.
Second.
And then one other thing I have, you've got a list of accounts that had encumbrances. They totaled, for items that we encumbered from 2019 budget, or from last year's budget to this one, in the amount of $6,275,960.41. There's no action needed, but on the recommendation of the Board of Accounts, they suggest we inform you and make it a matter of record. Those are items that were obligated in 2020 and paid for in 2021 or later.
This looks good. Looks good. Nice.
Okay, so did we officially approve the minutes from the bid openings?
Chris made a motion.
Okay, and then you seconded it?
Yeah, I second it.
Okay.
By
And then vote aye.
favor, by aye?
Yeah.
Aye. Okay. Bid opening. I guess a little late now, but Neil had any, if you wanted any more information on those. but we went over them pretty well that.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we covered everything.
Okay.
There, we don't have much of an option on the asphalt. Yeah,
No. Okay.
right now. And for those, since we have, wow, we have people here today. That's kind of weird. I don't recall, it's been a year, hadn't it? Well, welcome back, Donna, good to see you. Hi, Bob. Wow, lots of good people.
Yeah.
Asphalt plant was late and getting fired up, so we heard that it may happen today, so potholes should be, oh, no, you're saying no? So we're still about a week or two off because, yeah. All right. Has nothing to do with what we're talking, well, no, it does. All right. Yeah.
Comments from elected officials, what has to do with it or what? Yeah. No, it's in the bid. Yeah. Okay.
Item number 3, we have a copier lease for the community corrections. It's with the Gordon Flesh Company, where they're trying to do a lease for maintenance and equipment with a copier. I don't know if community corrections wants to offer any more on that.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's just a renewal of our existing contract. They said the master contract was signed by the commissioners, but they need this contract signed as well in order to continue with the renewal of what we have currently. So that's all it is, really.
Thank you.
Make a motion to approve the contract.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Bill.
Hey, I want to go back to the encumbrances if I can for a second. You okay with that? I think we kind of got, we're kind of off track on our process.
Well, okay.
The blight elimination thing, that was not encumbered. Did we just lose that for last year? Can you check on that for later?
No, it was not encumbered because you didn't have any specific contracts or,
So that was just
Order.
another example of COVID sending stuff sideways, that money went elsewhere, or back to general
well,
fund.
it wasn't used. I mean, it didn't go anywhere, but the authority to use it lapsed.
Okay, so to get that money back, that'll be a council request.
Right.
Okay.
So there's no money in there right now?
I
Well-
think you have, yeah,
There's 90.
There's another $100,000 for blight
For-
removal.
for this
allocated
year.
For this year,
For this year.
but since we didn't spend any of that for last year, that went back to
It's
general
never
fund.
been encumbered for the last 5 years. That's
Okay.
one of my things that I was always struggled with. We allocated it, but it never got used.
Okay. So that's another project for us to work on.
Sure
Try to
is.
double that up for this year.
Sure is.
Hell, double it, let's quadruple it up. There's plenty of opportunities right now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that discussion.
Okay. Any other questions that
No.
reference to these encumbrance? Most of them are a lot of, biggest part of them, I think, are road construction.
road construction and the broadband project were the
Yeah.
big ones.
Yeah.
We've had an update on that's moving along quite well.
Yeah. Something. Never mind. Okay.
We good to move on?
Yep.
Item number 4 on the agenda is the submittal of the Okra grant. But we're supposed to acknowledge that they've submitted in the second public meeting. I don't know if any of you guys know any more about the Okra grant that want to elaborate on that.
I don't want to elaborate on it anymore until we get closer to hearing that, yes, it was approved.
Okay.
If everybody else is okay with that.
Well, it says that it will be, you'll know if it was awarded on April 15th.
April 15th.
So this is what we're doing as part of the process. We've asked for a grant to help out some nonprofits within the community. And when that is approved, then we'll make that announcement as far as what was submitted, what was approved. Does that sound fair and accurate and on board?
Well, I think that people have taken the initiative to move forward on some of these grants like the last year or two, and we have no idea whether whether we'll get it or not.
Right.
But without applying, we sure know we're not gonna get it.
Right.
So, we've made the effort, so.
Can't
might
win if
get
you
it.
don't play.
That's right. That's right.
A lot of grant opportunities out there, and we're chasing them as many as we can.
We don't need to vote on that, do we?
Nope, just the
Okay.
acknowledgement.
We just acknowledge it for the,
Okay.
All right. Item number 5, comment from commissioners or other Vigo County representatives.
Well, you commented on the paving, commented on the, blight remediation. You wanna elaborate any more on that or anything?
well, what?
Blight elimination?
No, but 3 years ago, 2 years ago, average cost to remove a house was about $8,000. That of course, like everything else, has gone up. So, $100,000 used to go a long way. Now it doesn't. So we're being strategic on how we can clean up the county. I did come back from a trip, as a lot of us did last week, and I went through a community in southern Illinois that has a massive blight issue. Burned out homes, that this particular town was dying, and it's good to get out and you see stuff like that because it does motivate you when you come back home to figure out how we can improve our area, so. But yeah, the blight, I know, is on all of our minds right now. Funding is just the issue. What do you want to talk about?
I was out of town the other day, and I came back in town, and I liked what I saw.
It's not so bad, is it?
I liked the lush green coming out. I liked the area. It felt good. Brought a little warm weather back with me. I know some of us suffered with some cold weather. I really enjoyed, and maybe I just came in the right direction, but I was very proud of our community.
Sounds like a point of process. We need to award the bids. We approved the bid opening, but now we need to actually award the bids. Does that sound right? So I'll go ahead and start with the motion. I'll make a motion to award the bids as submitted. We accept them all based on logistics.
Larry, do you want to say anything?
Neil Costello with Assistant County Engineer. The bids you're referring to have been reviewed. As far as which ones to accept, and historically, the county commissioners have accepted some multiple bids for different types of items. Obviously, as Brendan mentioned, Commissioner Kearns mentioned that do I need to wear this when I'm up here? Okay. The asphalt bids were only one bidder, so there's no choice there. It's Milestone, which formerly Wabash Valley Asphalt, which is all the prices have been looked at. Do you guys have a copy of the review that
I've
I
got
did-
mine electronically.
Well, the issue is, and it's no fault of Joel's or Michael's, there was miscommunication about the agenda because
Right.
we were gone last week and we thought it was supposed to be on next week's agenda.
So you want, is this out of order for me to
So-
discuss it here?
No, I mean, we can
Okay.
go ahead and do it. It's up to you guys, but I think we
Let's
all need
just
to,
stumble through it.
yeah.
Okay, so the asphalt bids are pretty clear on who to award that to. We get into, one of the other sections was sand material for snow removal operations. I would recommend that we accept all three, three bids for that, which was McGuire Excavating, Robertson Gravel in Vermilion County, and S&G Excavating here in Vigo County. Those three all provide sand material. The logistics, timing, and pricing all affect where we would pick that from. We would choose the best for any given circumstance at the moment. So all three of those could be accepted for ice and snow sand. the other gravel materials, not limestone materials, but the natural gravel materials. We had 2 bids, Robertson in Vermilion County and S&G. McGuire did not bid that. Those materials include items that we might use for chip and seal and also for gravel that we might place on a gravel road in the county. Those prices were kind of back and forth between the two on who was low on which particular item, so I would recommend that we accept both of those as well, so Robertson and S&G for other sand and gravel. Section 4 was limestone material. That was McGuire, Robertson, and S&G on that. S&G predominantly was the low bidder for that. However, McGuire was low on 2 items. And one of the items was chip and seal limestone, which we would use as opposed to the gravel limes, or the gravel chips that we would in the other section. So I would recommend we accept S&G and McGuire bids and not accept the Robertson bid for that because they were not low in any instance. And finally, on the pipe and culvert materials, there were 2 bidders, Civilcon and E3 Bridge. They both buy pipe from the same vendor or the same manufacturer, so their prices were somewhat similar. But E3 Bridge was predominantly the low bidder for the pipe materials, with Civilcon being an exception for a couple things, such as fully aluminum pipe and end sections for the pipe, which we don't purchase much of that. But we could accept both of those on the pipe materials. Predominantly, we would be purchasing from E3 Bridge for 99% of what we buy, as they were the low bidder for that. But if any of the other items that Civilcon was low on, we could order it from them. So that would all this is just to save the county money and give us plenty of options to do that at any time, so. If you have any questions?
Volume of pipe, I heard the comment made that last year that we just barely kept ahead of the pavers with the amount of paving we did last year. So you have additional piping purchased this year or whatever?
Are you saying that the amount of pipe material we had barely kept up with that?
No, your crews.
Oh,
You were
yeah, I
saying
mean, we had, the asphalt pavers can proceed at a rapid pace down the road, and putting a pipe in takes several days. They
Right.
can pave the road in less than one day. It might take us 3 to put one pipe in. We may have 5 or 6 to do on that particular road. So we were very busy trying to stay ahead of the asphalt pavers last year. I think we've got Community Crossings paving this year that we're gonna have to do the same thing with. Yeah, you want to?
So last year was a little bit of a unique year
Yes.
due to the fact that we had 2 community crossings awards, so that was about $4 million, a little over $4 million in paving work there, with the drainage work associated with that, plus our local paving. So we did pave 65 miles of roads last year, which is an extraordinary year, and that was just due to a couple of different circumstances. So even if we get the community crossings this year, we're still only looking at about 2/3 of that. So we should have adequate time to stay in front of that. So with the crews and everything and the late start we got for the COVID shutdown and everything, that kind of put us behind the gun last year, but we don't anticipate having that problem this year.
Well, I wouldn't point it as a problem. I just knew that you
Yeah.
guys were busy.
Yeah, we're very busy.
Yeah, okay, well, I couldn't, you guys moved from a snowstorm into drains cleaned out to roads blown up and a paving, or a asphalt plant that hadn't got you any
Yep.
asphalt just
Yeah,
yet.
the word is they're still shut down. They're supposed to try to open again tomorrow, so.
Yeah, so, moving pretty quick, isn't it?
Getting there.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Do you have any other questions for Neil on the bids, the annual bids, the review or anything?
No, I'm going to stay with the recommendation of accepting them all, to carve out the one. I mean, we're not going to buy that off of them. I think just to carve out that one just complicates things a little bit. Say we just accept it and we've got our price list.
Go ahead.
If you do that, then it gives the county, plenty of options
Right.
on that. So the pricing there's very little difference in pricing on gravel components, so it's not like we're making a huge decision. They're very close, so.
But we're smart with the logistics, that if we got a crew working up at the north end, and they go over, they cross the county line, and they buy it off Robertson. It saves-
Absolutely,
it
yeah, if
saves
we're in
us money
Shepherdsville,
and
for
wear and
instance,
tear.
working, it's 500 feet away to go get it. If we're to South Jaeger, we go to S&G, it saves fuel and time.
It's a smart thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll repeat the motion that we accept all the bids as presented during the bid opening on March 23rd.
I'll second.
All those by aye?
Aye.
We approved that 3 times now?
3 or 4.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
It was a kind of a rocky discussion. I know they were all laughing. I couldn't tell because of the mask, but they,
I see a lot more eye rolls than last.
yeah. Did you get some sand in your eye on that eye roll?
Yeah.
Any other comment from the commissioners of Beaver County representatives?
I just kind of paved the way for that last discussion.
Excellent.
Okay,
Joe.
I could stop. They laughed at that. Oh, that was good too, yeah.
Joey, will you check and see if there's any public comment on the YouTube before we go?
Yeah, I've received no public comment or anything on my end. I don't know if
Did we ask the public if they have any public comment?
Any public comment from anyone here member of the public that has appeared today?
Nothing.
We're good?
Let's head on down the road for the rest of a good week. Yeah?
On the bids that were just discussed, does the auditor's office inform the bidders of such awards, or do I need to do that, or, I'm sorry? Yeah, I didn't know if I needed to inform them or if you guys would handle that, because, okay, I can talk to you about it later. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any procedure.
That it?
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah. Well, motion adjourn? Or do we don't adjourn? No, we don't adjourn. We just hang out. That's right. Okay.